Hi everybody, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Sherry and welcome to my channel. If you visited my channel before, welcome back and welcome to another video in my Adventures in Corporate series. In this video, I'll be sharing some valuable lessons I learned the hard way when I converted from contractor to employee status. So let's get started. First off, make sure that the company culture is really a good fit for you. And here's an example of what I'm talking about. At some companies, when I was a contractor, it was sort of like I got to work in a bubble. I had my job description or statement of work or contract, and I had clear deliverables that I was expected to execute on. And aside from those deliverables, I kind of worked in a bubble. It was like being able to have tunnel vision, to be able to just hunker down and knock things out and not have to pay attention to lots of changes going on in the organization or sister organizations or even in the company unless they directly impacted the work that I was doing. However, as an employee, it can be quite different because as an employee, depending on the company, you're not only required to or hired to do your job, but you also have to be very aware of what's going on in your organization, connected organizations, and within the company. And if you have an interest in climbing that career ladder, it may also involve doing things like stretch assignments for free, in addition to your day job, and lots of volunteer activities in addition to your day job. So just be mindful that the company culture works with you, because if you're more of a bubble person and you don't like a lot of noise, if you will, noise can be good or bad, but you don't like a lot of extra activities that you feel compelled to have to be engaged in, converting may not be for you. So just keep that in mind. But if it is for you, I want to mention some things to be aware of. And I think these are things you've heard of before, but I do want to reinforce those in this video. So I want to talk about compensation outside of salary. So a lot of times when you contract, you might be making quite a bit more money than you would make as an employee sitting on someone's permanent bench, right? But you want to weigh the full compensation package, which is bigger than just your salary. So you want to make sure that you have clarity about things like, the full benefits package, health, dental, vision, short-term, long-term disability, life insurance, hospital insurance. Find out about everything. How many PTO days, vacation days, bereavement days. Some companies give you your birthday off. That whole thing can increase that compensation package. Also check into things like, if they've got a 401k plan, and what does that percentage matching look like, if any. Check to see if they have any stock plans that you can participate in, and if they offer bonuses. And with the bonuses, find out about the bonus structure. Some companies may offer bonuses that are partly based on your performance, partly based on the company's performance. And then thirdly, I do want to talk about salaries. And as it relates to salaries, when you do your homework to figure out the full compensation package outside of salary, then you can start looking at plugging in different salary amounts so that you are at the ready if an opportunity presents itself for you to convert to an employee status. And I want to be clear here and say, don't just look at the dollar amount. Get clarity about salary grades and grouping, salary structures, and get an understanding about where you should fit based on your skill set. Because, cautionary tale here, I know someone, it was me, who did not do their homework. And shame on me for that, because I am a grown girl. I should have known better, but I didn't. I didn't do my homework. A couple of years ago, I was in an organization where someone on high made a decision that we're not renewing any contractors this particular quarter. And I have to say I was mortified because I had the conversion carrot dangled in my face a couple of times and was looking forward to eventually converting. During that time, I was really fortunate. Someone was aware of me and my work, and an opportunity presented itself to jump into an employee role, and I jumped very quickly, not having done my homework. And while I am so grateful that happened and that it enabled me to get my foot in the door It also put me in a position where I'm not working at my level of expertise, which is where I really get to shine. So the lesson from the cautionary tale is do your homework, take your time in making your decision. It's a good idea if you can do a lot of the research from a lot of the things that I mentioned earlier before you ever have to make the decision. But if you haven't, do not rush through it. Take your time. And here's why. Because you could end up in a situation kind of similar to me where you're not working at your expertise level. You're bored in that position. It could be that you're maybe not as fulfilled as you'd like to be. And another thing to consider is that it could take you quite the while to dig yourself out of that hole, because depending on the company that you work for, a lot of companies won't let you move from one position to another position until you've been in each position at least a year. Well, think about that. If you come into a position and you're 2 or 3 levels below where maybe you should have come in, you've got quite the hole to dig yourself out of if you choose to stay at that company. So it was on my heart to share some things with you that you should consider if you ever decide to convert from a contractor status to an employee status. Do your homework, take your time, don't jump quickly. So that's it for this video. If this information resonated with you, I hope you will share, like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. And until next time, take good care of you and yours. And remember this, whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. Take good care, everybody.